Hi everybody, I'm Catherine. I'm a shaman and the owner of Walking Between Worlds. And this is an auto writing with Archangel Raguel. Last week I was supposed to do a live stream with an interpretation of someone's dream. At the last second, they rescinded their okay for me to interpret it. They felt it was too personal for them to be willing to have it shared out, and I respect that, so did not do that. Had to figure out something last minute, and I had invited people to send me questions that they might want this angel to answer for them to do during that live stream instead. And I got no questions except for one person who did reach out and ask me something. So I ended up not doing that live stream, but choosing to do the auto writing in private on my own time, and then share the answer for that one person who asked the question, but also to share an answer that I had, the answer to a question I asked as a whole, for that could be applied for anybody who watches this, anybody who would want to communicate with this angel, what he would have to say about it. So for those of you who didn't see those posts on Instagram and Facebook earlier, Raguel is a protecting angel. He's one of the ones, along with Michael and Jehudiel, the bodyguard angels, the protector angels. Raguel's area also is friendship. He's good with friends. He's good with being able to discern what someone's real intentions are rather than what they're telling you that they are. So it's a way to identify someone who's trying to lead you false, play you false, someone who's presenting themselves as some kind of leader when their agenda is really in their own self-interest. So he helps people to navigate that aspect of life. And both of the questions that were asked of him, the one I asked and the one my one friend asked, do center around friendships and losing friendships, which is, can sometimes, especially if the friendship is close, or someone who's been in your life for a long time, that can be as painful as losing a family member or parting ways with your spouse. I know for me, since my family, I always felt like an outsider with them. Many of the people in my life that I consider my family are not related to me by any kind of blood. They're related to me because they're friends that have been there for me, that I trust, that have supported me and allowed me to support them. And so I feel like those people are my family, sometimes even more so than my relatives. I always say blood is cheap. Everybody has it. Just because someone is related to you doesn't mean shit, and you should never feel like you have to tolerate someone being hurtful to you just because they're your family, just because you share a DNA with them. So what? Nothing. That's meant you chose to be with them before you came here, and then these other people in your life are the people you chose once you got here. So no difference really. So anyway, the question that I asked of Raguel for everyone was how can, I'll start with the one that my friend asked, because that one was actually the first one. Do friendships end to make room for other relationships? As if, do you have to let one go to get one other one? And if so, how does that work? And what Raguel answered to that was, all endings yield to a beginning. Friendships run their courses. It could be more than one go around before the friends part ways for that lifetime. Some friendships are taken on during a time of strife. As the healing moves forward and their priorities shift, these friendships may no longer serve a helpful purpose. And then he goes on to specify in relation to my friend and another partnership a friendship that she recently lost, So I'm just going to use their first initials. C needs to progress to a place further than where she is now before she can be a true friend to K. Some deeper part of her knows that. K and C's friendship will course through 2 more cycles like this. It allows them both time to grow together and to grow with others who need to be in their lives as well. All will be well with the 2 of them in time. And so, Kay, I hope you find that helpful and that answers some of your other questions about that friendship as well. And so what I had asked was, how can we tell if a friendship has run its cycle? Sometimes we're not sure if it's, are we growing apart and it's okay to let that go, or is there something that someone needs to do to repair that friendship? And his answer to that was, it no longer feels like a friendship. It no longer feels safe or comfortable or trusting. You see them and are not quite sure you still recognize them as your friend. You may not even feel that you want to recognize them as your friend, or recognize them as who they are. So I hope that this helps everyone, and for anybody who had been waiting for me to go live like I am, I'm sorry to, have kind of flaked out on that. It just didn't seem, it was just too last minute, and I got so little feedback. I felt like that was kind of the universe telling me, like, don't don't bother. So I'm not. And if there's anything that you guys want me to do live streams on, if you want to let me know, because I do them as much for you guys as for the exposure for myself. So if it's only serving one purpose, if it's only, helpful to me for exposure rather than helpful to you also, it's not worth it. That's not why I'm really here. So just let me know, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.